Hi guys, thanks for watching my video. This is Chris. Um, gonna make a video now about the shoes that I'm running for my marathon training that's coming up in 1st of May, and my half marathon that I'm running at the end of March. Um, so the shoes that I've been training that I bought, actually I've been running for the past month and a half and will use for my training and my marathon, um, are the Pegasus Nike 38s. So I don't know, you can see the shoes there. Um, my last marathon I ran in some Hokas, um, and those were pretty good. I had a lot of cushion. Um, my friend bought them for me, which was very nice of her. And yeah, I liked them a lot. They had a cushion. They were the right size. Um, I liked running them. I ran the best time I did for the Honolulu, which was a little over 3 hours and 10 minutes. So it was the fastest time of my marathons so far. Um, but the reason I went with these is because I wanted just to feel out a different shoe. Um, as you see here, I just wanted to try a different shoe. I'm trying to still experiment uh, what shoe is best for me for my foot. As you see there, I'm trying to experiment, like I mentioned, since this is about a year now that I've been running marathons. Um, so yeah, the cushion of these Pegasus 38s are not as thick as the Hokas, um, but it has enough cushion in the front. The Air Zoom, as this mentions here, it does have enough cushion in the front because I tend to be the middle to forward strike. I do not land on my heel. I was trying to avoid that. Um, and they're very light. I think they're a little lighter than the Hokas that I was running um, for my last training and marathon. So I actually have been enjoying these. I did buy. I purchased two pair of 38. So have these neon yellow there, um, just to switch off. Um, and not overrun them if I ran exclusively with one of these. So I switch off every other day um, to use one and then the other. Sometimes when I first started, I just used one shoe for my entire training and my marathon, and that's when I would get rid of them, um, because it's suggested that usually running shoes last between 300 to 500 miles, which is just about right. I usually by the end of them, I'm around 500 miles already when my marathon comes about. But yeah, these have been good so far. I have no complaints. That's enough cushion for me. Obviously, you want to have proper footwear so you don't have any blisters or any soreness on your joints as you're running. You want to have a nice protection and cushion, and you want to be comfortable as you run. You don't want to be worried about your feet hurting or being too sore the next day, or injuring yourself. But yeah, so they cost about, I believe it was 110 each on the Nike store. So I bought them during the holiday in December because I wanted to be prepared, and like I'm saying, I'm trying to experiment which shoe is best for me, what brand, and this time I have two pair to switch on and off so they'll last longer. So I think I'll be keeping these through end of June when I do my second marathon in June. Um, so these should last me for these two marathons and the training. So yeah, so those are the Pegasus 38s. I would say so far so good. I would recommend them for someone who's looking for a lighter shoe with decent cushion in the front of the foot. They're not as thick or cushiony overall as the Hokas. I think it was a Hoka Arrhythmia. I forgot the name of it, exactly the name of it. But I'll put it right here below. And I actually did run with Hokas for the Portland Marathon in the Cliftons. I believe they were the 7s. And those had decent cushion. The only problem with those is I bought them a half size too small, which actually I did not know I did until I ran with the other Hokas later on, and I realized that they were a size too small. So the ones that my friend got me were the perfect size. I'm usually a size 10 and a half, but for some reason I bought them a 10, thinking that my foot was smaller. But once I got off of them and ran on the 10 and a halves after Portland, I realized during my Portland training and race, I ran them in shoes that were too small. So they were like the exact fit, and when you buy running shoes, you want a little bit of separation from your toes, so when you're landing on your foot, you're not just, you want to have some room when you're this is the front of the shoe and your toes. You want to have some room as you're landing and not just be right up to it, because it becomes uncomfortable. You need a place for your foot to expand and breathe. But you also obviously don't want your shoe to be too small, because then they'll be rubbing on your foot, the bottom of your foot, as you're landing. So you just have to know what you feel comfortable with. But for me, I needed that extra 0.5 length of the shoe. So now I know these are 10 and a halves. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna run on these 2 marathons. So far, so good. Depends how my marathons go and everything. I might go back to the Hokas, or might try some Asics or some Brooks. So I'm just trying to see which ones will get me a faster time, which ones feel more comfortable overall. So my recommendation for these Pegasus it would be to buy them, like I said, if you want a front cushion shoe that is light and they're decent price. It's $110 for running shoes, which is about the same price as the Hokas. The Hokas run about between 110 and 130, I believe. So yeah, so it's a quick video, just a review of the shoes that I'm training in. Yeah, so if you have any questions or anything, just put them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer. This is just based on my experience. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.